All right. All right. All right. All righty. All right. What is happening, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive and Paid to Drive Vlogs, day number 1087 coming at you. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all trying to stay focused during these very crazy times we're all going through at the moment. Let me know how you're feeling. Are you guys feeling all right? Let me know how you're doing. All right. Because, my anxiety, my stress has been through the roof with everything going on as well. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about other stressful things like the gig economy. So if you are a delivery driver in this gig economy for GrubHub, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, or any of the others, you should absolutely positively be subscribed to this channel with all notifications turned on, everybody. So comment 777 in the chat if you've turned on the notifications. Comment 888 if you haven't yet. And of course, just a friendly thumbs up reminder, please hit that like button down below. What it does is it tells YouTube that you're enjoying these videos and finding it helpful, and it will recommend it to other delivery drivers in this gig economy. So help me, help yourself, help another driver. Please hit that like, comment 111 if you did, 222 if you didn't, and let's jump on into this. So I got to give a huge shout out to Bryon Middleton, and he spells his name Bryon. Bryon, yes. All right. The article will be linked down below. If you don't see it, let me know in the comments. Restaurant delivery. Is it ethical to use Uber Eats and DoorDash? A couple of days ago, the New York Times featured a story about the ethics of using delivery services like Uber Eats and DoorDash. The basic gist of the story is that these services are predatory in that they insist on such a large cut of the overall order price that in some instances the restaurants in question doesn't make a dime on the order. Just how big a cut do the delivery services take? Generally around 30%. That's true, except when limited by law. In Jersey City, for example, delivery fees are limited to 10%. So in most places, if you order $100 worth of food, the restaurant only gets $70. In an industry where profit margins are often in the single-digit range, it's easy to wonder how that's remotely attractive, let alone sustainable. And where does that leave you as a consumer? Suppose you're someone living in a city where all the restaurants are closed except for pickup and delivery, and further suppose that you are someone who loves restaurant food and who also wants to help their favorite restaurant survive. What are you to do? The answer clearly depends on some details here, and I'm no expert on this particular industry. Indeed, beyond having read Kitchen Confidential and spending too much on restaurant food myself, the industry is a bit of a mystery to me. So I spoke to a friend who's a general manager for a small chain of three restaurants. I asked him why he dealt with food delivery services at all, given the bad rap those services get, and whether I should feel bad about ordering food that way. The conversation was pretty enlightening. My friend confirmed that most food delivery services take a 30% share of the bill. How can that make sense? Why would a restaurant accept these deliveries demanding such a greedy share of the pie? Here's the explanation. He told me that way back in pre-COVID times, isn't it crazy how people are saying that? Hashtag pre-COVID times, if you want to comment that down below. Restaurants had a couple of different reasons for accepting the harsh terms offered by the delivery services. First, there's marketing. Every Uber Eats and DoorDash order represents not just an order, but a potential new customer, one who might not previously have known about the restaurant and who might just come to the restaurant in person next time, and then the restaurant gets full benefit. I'm just talking from my own experience. I have been one of those people that discovered a restaurant through these apps. Let's see. Why did I just lose that? My friend confirmed that these pre-COVID times, restaurants had a different the full benefit. Sorry about that. Second, when you've already paid your rent and paid your staff to be on duty, an Uber Eats sale is an incremental sale. If overhead is already paid, then fulfilling an Uber Eats order on top of that is kind of painless. At the margin, as economists say, an extra meal costs very little to produce, so even Uber Eats 30% leaves a healthy profit. Now, fast forward to the COVID-19 pandemic. With restaurant doors shut, neither of the factors listed above would really matter much. You can't use DoorDash as a marketing ploy because your doors are closed to that more lucrative in-restaurant dining. And if you're not operating at full capacity, you may not necessarily have the capacity to treat a DoorDash order as a relatively easy addition to the kitchen's duties. But today, at least there are substantial government subsidies that keep cost of staffing manageable. So at least some restaurants are able to keep more staff available to fulfill delivery and curbside pickup orders. And as of now, those orders in places where restaurants are definitely closed to walk-in business, Uber Eats at the like are a lifeline. Bottom line, if you have qualms about Uber Eats, it shouldn't be because you think the restaurant is suffering. Uber Eats, DoorDash, and the like are helping, not hurting your favorite restaurant. Now, a major ethical question remains. In spite of what I've said above, the question remains whether services like Uber Eats and DoorDash are a good thing. After all, they charge restaurants very high fees, and restaurants are likely signing up for fear of being left out and jostled aside by the competition. And though views vary, they arguably underpay their delivery drivers. See, this is advocating for us. And yet, interestingly, the services themselves still aren't profitable. And while consumers benefit from the relative convenience of being able to enjoy restaurant quality food at home, they're also ultimately going to eat at least part of the increase in prices that will naturally go along with these companies having inserted themselves into the restaurant value chain. You surely didn't think consumers would end up footing the bill directly or indirectly, did you? So it's tough. Overall, to judge the coming of DoorDash and Uber Eats are as a good thing. Yes, some form of delivery would be great if a model could be figured out that benefits everyone. But these organizations haven't figured out how to do that yet. Are you guys still with me? Can you guys still hear me and see me? Everybody hit that like button down below. Subscribe with all notifications on. Comment 111 if you did that. 222 if you didn't yet. I see all of you guys in the chat, but I'm just trying to stay on topic and all that stuff. It's not shocking at this point. I'm surprised they lasted this long. So am I. I hope you're doing well, man. Let me just wrap this baby up here, and then we're going to jump into the rest. Let's see. The problem here is really a classic collective action problem, because even if none of us are happy about the advent of these delivery services in their present form, each of us benefits from the convenience they provide, and the same dilemma applies to the restaurants using these services. A given restaurant manager can regret that these companies are doing to what these companies are doing to the industry, but at the same time see dealing with them as good for her restaurant. In the here and now, and because of that pattern of incentives, everybody is motivated to keep participating in a system that they think is on balance a bad one. It's a pernicious kind of problem. What alternatives are there? Can a consumer do better by their favorite restaurant than they do than to order via Uber Eats? There are a couple of alternatives. In some places, smaller, more equitably minded delivery services have popped up, in some cases supported by municipal governments, and some restaurants are doing their own deliveries. Though there are barriers to that becoming very common, at least among them, the cost of hiring and insuring drivers. So what's the result? From the perspective of ethical consumerism, if you think the model is regrettable and don't want to participate in it, then go ahead and avoid it. It's perfectly reasonable to stand on principle, and some will say it's even ethically required. But if your main ethical worry has to do with the fortunes of your favorite restaurant and the people it employs, then it's worth knowing that you're helping them more by ordering via Uber Eats and DoorDash than by not ordering. So I'll have this link down below. What do you guys think about this article? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Well, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm just curious what you guys think. Thank you to Bryon Middleton for sharing it. And of course, I want to thank all of our patrons over at patreon.com/pay-to-drive. Maybe somebody in the chat can put a clickable link and you'll get shout outs just like this: Diesel City Queen, Tulsa Todd, Heidi Barnes, Kurt Paul, Brian Pomeroy, William Boudreau, Sarah Nash, Sarah Keston, Alan G. Van Horn, Scott Freisner, Drew Hanor, Katie Coppin, Rideshare Lisa, Stephen Neely, Destiny Rudolph, Dave Chin, Frank Hatlin, Jason Casta, Sherry Cassidy, Anthony Bliss, Nick G, Jenny Thomas, Matt Epperson, and Terrence Pacheco. So Thank you to all those people. Sign up down below. And of course, comment 333 if you're signed up on the Get Upside Gas app. Comment 444. If you haven't done that yet, pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside Gas app, and within 48 hours or so, you'll get anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is pretty fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Link is in the description down below. Make sure to download it. Seriously, you're wasting money by not using it, for real. And that's it for me, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, because we are live as always. If you made it to the end, comment end 516. I'll give you a second to do that, end 516. And of course, go check out paytodrivestore.com. Get yourself a shirt or something like that. Lots of great stuff. Go check it out. Links in the description. Get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, stay positive out there in these very negative times. And we'll see you next time right here on Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs. Take care, everybody. Adios, muchachos. Or whatever you want to call yourselves. You know? Simple as that.